Guys, what is going on? Let me know if you could hear me. All the comps are gone. Hey, Guru, what's going on, brother? There he is. Glad to have you back. You hear me good, Guru? Live from my... Hey, Duke, what's going on? Beep, what's going on? Yeah, I don't want no one looking at my eyes. You got that? Tired as hell. Yeah, is it late where you are right now, or it's early? I knew Nico was going to say some shit about the shades in the dark. It's all in the eyes, Chico. 2:40 in the morning. It's not there. I just finished it. There's no retiring from this, Eddie. So I got some grilled cheese on the radiator going. My views just plummeted today. Plummeted. I deleted 109 million views. Just finished maintenance on our servers, 340 here. Nice. So 3:40 a.m. I'm guessing. Is hockey tougher than football? I would say yes. Football used to be tough, but he was a dead man for talking that shit. He was just walking around not knowing it. What are we talking about over here? Nicky Yurt? What's going on? Yo, Nico, when you get me some beats? Marlo Stanfield. The best with Marlo was when he was like, he called me a punk. Hey, little brother, what's going on? There he is. Yeah, the king of New York over here. Where's Tylenol at? Is that you, Tylenol? Where's he at? There he is, my main man Kyle over here. Manson Lamps over here. You're gonna send me one on April 1st, Nico? Yeah, you think I'm stupid? Yeah, hockey's way tougher than football. How do you guys hear me? You hear me good? Because I don't got the phone up to me. Yeah, so we call, yeah, football is football, and then there's soccer. We call it soccer, but obviously soccer's the real football. Rugby, I don't really know too much about. Let me see what Rare said. Yeah, no, hockey's, you're getting hit, skating all that time, and, it's rough. Hockey literally lets you fight each other. Yeah, that's one of the best about hockey. Yeah, Italy, they've been messing up Italy. Italy's always messing up. Spain over Italy, Nico says. Get out of here. Boxing or hockey? The only reason I say boxing is because if you get hit too many times in the head, it's over. The longevity ain't there with boxing. Yeah, boxing has deaths. Oh, Christopher, this is the second time I'm playing catch up with you. Beep said boxing to me is a sport that requires the most skill and IQ. Boxing requires you need a tough core, and you need great hand-eye coordination, and you need to be in shape, and you need to learn how to take hits. You could be the quickest boxer in the world. If you can't take a hit, it's over for you. Boxing is a concussion thing too, though. Yeah, you get hit in the chin, it's over. JN, I am waiting in the car. You could defend yourself in boxing, yeah. Oh, that's slap fighting stuff, Kyle. That stuff's I don't know. I'm not into that. But that shit's crazy. We used to do that in high school. We did a lot of the slap boxing in high school, and then the slap contest thing. The slap boxing I was nice at. I appreciate that. I don't know how to spell your name. Uh, Views. Yo, slap boxing, man. I mean, slap fighting. I used to slap box. We would just have open hands. Yeah, where's Leo over here? We gotta pin that link. If I was younger, I would have, could have been a boxer, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Yeah, I'm wearing sunglasses because for a reason here, Rare. You see what I talk about. The stuff I talk about, man. You think I want them to have my eyes? Rugby has no pads. Yeah, rugby players have cauliflower ears like MMA fighters. MMA is tough, man. I wouldn't be able to do that shit. If it was boxing maybe 10 years ago, yeah, I would be able to, but that MMA shit's something else. I'll tell you one thing, though. The NFL, Kyle, you know this. The NFL back in the day, bro. You had Lawrence Taylor, all these people. Imagine getting trucked by Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, all those guys before they made NFL soft. Come on now. NFL was tough. Now it's not. Back then, forget about it. Yeah, NBA used to be tough too. Hey, Rowan. Yeah, NBA used to be tough too. I guess they wanted to keep the longevity of the players because, yeah, it's dark. Oh, yeah, the NFL guru, it started traveling like, what was it, 10 years ago? They started going places. Thanks a lot, Kyle. I appreciate that. Baseball and basketball are the total opposites. I mean, baseball's tough. It's not easy playing baseball. You need super skill. Lawrence, yeah, when in the Sopranos, Lawrence Taylor was there. Um, I mean, the guys that weren't taught how to manage money, yeah, a lot of them were. Yeah, he was a features card game. What sport pays the most? I know baseball is one of them. Baseball definitely. Boxing pays the most. I don't know. Some of these guys in baseball are getting $300 million contracts. Basketball's up there with the pay. Soccer, not all of them. A lot of guys are not highly paid. Whereas in the NBA, you got a bunch of people with millions of dollars in deals. Yeah, Floyd makes hundreds of millions per fight. That's because he's his own. He knows how to promote. It's entertainment. Plus, I think boxing's rigged anyway now. But yeah, baseball pays more all around the board. Kyle said it. Yeah, low quality MMA and boxers make nothing, but you could be an NFL kicker. If you're really good, you're making millions of dollars, or at least a million. Boxing, yeah, we were saying yesterday, it's always been rigged. They're doing another moon mission? I don't know, man. What are they going to do? Hey, Envy. What's going on, brother? Yeah, it will be good AI. The WNBA minimum salary went up to 300K. That's crazy. The moon is haunted. That's why everyone's scared to go. I don't know. I think it's hollow or something. No, if you were in the NBA, you would be making more than 300K. Do Mr. In Between? Yeah, you were telling me that, Envy. You were telling me that. Beep said something I never understood. Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon, right? But who's holding the camera? Oh, yeah. It was something with the robotics, right? Even though I don't believe in that, uh, you know. Unique Mastiff, what's going on? I gotta hide myself, Paulie. I've been talking too much on Mexico. Hey, Leo posted the link to the Discord. There he is. Leo. Russia sent a dog into space. Was that true, though? Nah, rare. Boys high school teams would beat the WNBA All Star team by 50. I don't know about that one. Maybe college guys, but not. I don't know about all that. They're not terrible. Yeah, if you're sending a dog up there, it's not. It's gone. They probably sent like rats and stuff into space. Yeah, they can't dunk, or are they not allowed? I never watched a game in my life. I never watched one game. I only saw highlights. They should send snitches to space. There's no room. Space would be filled up to the rafters. All right, Kyle, brother. I appreciate you coming in, as always. Unique, what's going on, brother? Snitches get spaces. Just turning around for a second. Yeah, so what do you guys want to talk about? I heard by next week they're saying the gas in New York and New Jersey and that area might go up to $5 each a gallon. $5 a gallon? That's what I'm hearing. New York, New Jersey. It's at 4.19 right now. They're saying it's going to be a bad year, man. It's not looking too good for the little guy. Let me see something here. Beep said the bloodiest gang wars. Gang or mob? I don't even remember where you live, Guru. You got to tell me after. I know you told me a million times, but my memory. Real deal. I'm not going nowhere. The bloodiest war would be, if we're talking mob, probably Sicily, Totorina. Over 1,000 casualties. Now, Sicily had Totorina. There was over 1,000 gone in that war. And then you had Raphael Catola, who was in Italy, in Naples area. Spain, close to 1,000 gone with his reign. Um, you had the Scampia feuds in Naples, 2004, and then 2008. There was about, I know, at least a body a day. I did, real deal. It's true. Bloodiest war with the Vipers. I'm not Italian anymore. What are you kidding me over here? Rare Form says, do I find it disappointing? Sopranos only focused on two families, basically, New York and New Jersey. Well, even the stuff that they focused on didn't do too good with, like the Barisi crew. M2 CS or M4 competition? I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. Rare said he finds it disappointing, but mentioned the other families multiple times, but that's all you get. I think because Chase didn't want to focus on Mafia, he only wanted like a Mafia guy sees a shrink. He didn't really think too much after that. Guru said he thinks he's saying that New York has 5 major families and they only focus on one. So, yeah, they're based on the New York family. Carmine's family is based on mostly like the Lucchese's. They're the most similar to the Lucchese family. Because besides Meadow, when Meadow names all the families, she says Lucchese once, but all the mafia guys, they mention Tony said Joe Bananas went after Carlo Gambino. So they mentioned those two families. They mentioned the Colombo Wars. And they mentioned Vito Genovese, but they never mentioned the Lucchese's. They never said one Lucchese guy. So they were the Lucchese's. How come no cars are driving? Because I'm not on a main road. Do I think that was intentional that they didn't mention the Lucchese's? There's two reasons why they wouldn't mention the Lucchese's. One was because Tommy Lucchese, nobody knew too much about him. He was very secretive. So they didn't have any stories there. The only thing they did with the Lucchese's that were the whole Vicamuso thing and gas pipe, when they wanted to whack the whole New Jersey crew. Because Gas Pipe and Vicamuso wanted to whack their Jersey crew, the whole Jersey crew. Silvio's daughter, whatever happened there. Hey, how yous doing? What's going on? Where you been, brother? Yo, how yous doing? I forget what your name was in the Discord. What was it? Hey, Tommy, what's going on? Watching doubles at the hospital? Oh, working doubles at the hospital. Damn. What are you doing? 16 hours right now? They can't pull me over. I'm not driving. Guru said he's remembering a situation in which movie got made that made Mexican gang members very angry and even got people that worked on the movie killed or extorted. Um, a movie that got me. I'm not sure, Guru. No, they wouldn't have been scared to mention the Lucchese's if they mentioned everybody else. Yeah, real deal. They can't do nothing to me right now. They don't have any probable cause, nothing. I'm not even driving, and that's that. Australia's pretty safe. I don't. I rather live here. I'm trying to think, Guru, but I can't pinpoint what you're talking about with that. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like the geography of Australia, and I don't like the heat and the bugs. I don't like the bugs over there. Hey, Tom, the bugs and animals in Australia. I heard it was crazy. American Me. I didn't see that. That's probably why I didn't know it. I didn't see it. No mortis, Butchie. No mortis. Imagine parking beside Skip. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do right now, huh? Let me tell you a couple of treat things. Australia had one mass shooting in 30 years. We don't tip, we pay our staff. I'm 28. I've never seen a gun unless it was a police officer. I'm not scared of all that. I don't care. The game is the game, right, Guru? Am I fleeing the Elvis country? No. When you grow up in the streets and you're used to this shit, you don't. It's just that's what it is. There's a place. I'm not gonna say where I am right now, but there's a place I would say 20 minutes away. If I drove by, camera on, it's worse than Baltimore over there. Real Deal has a game tattoo, all in a game tattoo with some dice on the wrist. Planning to get a Tony Soprano leg sleeve. I don't have any tattoos, but if I did, I wouldn't get Tony Soprano only because you're basically getting James Gandolfini. That's how I look at it, though. We got to get those corners back, Guru. Nico, 20 minutes away, it's worse than Baltimore. But we don't care. I'm sure you don't care either, Nico. I know where you're at. You don't care. It's bad by you too, bro. There's nothing wrong with getting gym. I wouldn't do it though. A lot of places are nice in the daytime, Nico. Nico said he's been to Baltimore many times. It was nice. So Butchie said people make a big deal about these masks, which is four plus people, yet they're willfully ignorant about the everyday gang violence. That was numerous mass shootings and everyday. Yeah, basically, look at Chicago. People are complaining about all this shit, but they're not like. They don't care about Chicago. We know why the media is not covering that. Because the media, they don't care. That's not their priority. They just want to make other laws and shit. They don't care about that for some reason. You got Baltimore, which is bad. You got Chicago, St. Louis, New Orleans, New York, some places. That was when I turned the camera around. I got a ginger ale today. I don't got a coffee. Baltimore has the worst mayor in the country, you say? Maryland is awful too. I went to Maryland. It was nice. The beach, though. Atlanta? I mean, Atlanta's not too bad compared to, Chicago, St. Louis. You're really funny, Nico, I tell you. You went to Hawaii once, burger says $5 on the menu. When you got to the counter, it was $6.50. That's false advertising and illegal in Australia. Include the tax and listed price. Uh, yeah, that's what they do. But it does say it probably had a sign somewhere plus tax. You just didn't see it. Rare form said average blue collar worker drives with a taillight out and gets the book. 5-time felon commits a violent crime and gets a slap on the wrist. Not all the time. I wouldn't say it's that one-sided. I wouldn't say it's that one-sided. Nico, you're awfully cute today with your remarks, buddy. What am I, one of the Ralph's accountants? Everywhere you go over here, I know it'll say, you know, the taxes aren't included. There's a little, it's in little letters. Plus tax, it says. In certain states, certain taxes you got to assume. All right. Let's say New York, you're going to spend whatever plus 8.888 something percent in tax. So $100, it's 108 something. I'm better with numbers than 9/10 of your accountant. Tipping doesn't exist in Australia at all. We pay our staff. Must be expensive to take a gala dinner over there. Can't cheap out. Uh, I mean, then what are you gonna do? You're gonna just spend money on a corporation then, right? Rare Form said you said no more Sopranos content on the YouTube channel, but you uploaded 2 shorts recently. I uploaded 2 shorts, but I added to it. our short's going to be okay going forward. I only made that AI short. It was a joke. I just wanted to see something. I'm going to delete that soon too, though. The main downside of living in Australia is having to live in Australia, Rareform said. Nah, man. Join it, get the link, and then jump out. That's all I gotta tell you, brother. You don't have to stay in there if you don't want to. I don't talk about that real deal. Oh, I see. You're just breaking balls, huh? Yeah, we got some great people on there. We're almost at 1,100 people. That's a good thing. For a pygmy channel like mine, it's a good thing. Nico, you're in the Discord, right? Sirius heard some things about some of the people in the chat, but he doesn't go there. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, real deal? Oh, you're one of the 100 of Paulies? Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Which Paulie? How many Paulies can Paulie take? Do I mess with Gamora? Did you check my video section? I made a 5-hour compilation of Don P. Ugats. Me and Borko are gonna do something soon. Actually, I talked to him today. We're gonna do a nice collab. Stay tuned for that. Me and Borko are gonna do something. Maron, are you a cautious man? Butchie, have you seen my podcast? If you watch my podcast, you know what I'm talking about. You'll know why I wear shades at 10:20 at night if you watch and listen to the podcast and what I talk about. Oh, Paulie Clarence Walnuts. Okay. Yeah, my name's Clarence. No, it ain't them I'm worried about. Oh, it is. They got me. You probably will see a cop or two come in a few. We'll see. They drive by with the flashlight sometimes. Have I ever considered making Sopranos tier list videos? Character episodes, that type of thing? Yeah, I want to do something like that. If he knocked on a window, I'd tell him to take a hike. I'd be like, mind your business, I'm busy. Yeah, I could do a whole tier list of the characters. Tell him to go get his shine box. Oh, Tony Soprano's account. What's going on? Sylvia would be F tier for me, 100%. Out of the whole main cast, Steven Van Zandt, Silvio Dante, was the worst character in the show. Out of all the top cast, including Artie, Charmaine, all those main people, Silvio Dante was the worst actor. No, it's not blasphemy. You got to hear me out. No, he's just garbage. He's a freaking parody. He's a parody, man. Even in the Many Saints, they made him look like a parody. Nah, Tony Sirico is way better. We don't talk about the Many Saints, I know. But Silvio, same facial expression all the time. He didn't look Italian. His hair was stupid. He wasn't a good consigliere. He's a stereotype, exactly, JN. That's why I don't like him. That's all he was a stereotype. Yeah, Silvio had no development, zero character development. At least Tony Sirico, you could tell from the pilot scene all the way up to the end how great he was. Why did Chase make Many Saints? Was it a cash grab? No, he didn't even want it to be Sopranos related. He wanted it on the Newark riots. HBO made him do it. That wasn't his fault. Silvio was the worst character. I'm sorry to say it. Benny Fazio was better than him. And he was a better actor. Yeah, Chase was pissed. He was sick of arguing with them and he had to cave in. Paulie had more cartoonish moments due to the writing choices. That's true. The only clip JN watched from it was the one when Chrissy's fathers were. It was good with the Sun. I'm not doing no Best of Silvio compilation unless it's going in the channel. It's not going here. Yeah, Chase wanted some characters without the title. Yes. Yeah, Paulie had some genuine moments. Definitely. And his betrayal later. Yeah, I'll put a video up on that. I'll make one maybe this week. We'll see. Couple of 3 reasons why I didn't watch Breaking Bad. Number 1, at the time I was watching other shows. Number 2, spoilers. And number 3, that kind of stuff isn't really the type of stuff I like to watch, but I will give it a chance, I guess. Yeah, if you watch The Sopranos 3 times, more than 3 times, which obviously I had to watch it like at least 30 times in my lifetime. And Silvio is horrendous. If you watched it 1 time, 2 times, I could see why you like him. Breaking Bad's not believable. Yeah, I heard that. Well, think about it. The show came out 25 years ago. The first, after it was over, you do a couple rewatches. I did like 3 rewatches before the finale was coming out. Yeah. Plus, I'm Italian and he's a fake, he mocked it. He didn't do it, but it was a mockery. Breaking Bad is the favorite show of people who regularly go to Starbucks, love Marvel. I'm a DC guy. I'm not a Marvel guy. I heard Better Call Saul was good. I didn't see it, obviously. I'm still here. Don't worry. But yeah, you fell asleep, Guru? The best character in the entire universe is, I don't know how to say that, Breaking Bad. Do I watch baseball? I used to. Yankees, Mets. I put you to sleep, Guru. I was boring you. Twins fan? All right. I don't hate who you guys like, whatever. I'm not like one of those guys that it's like, this guy's this fan. I don't like him. I'm not like that. Unless you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. or a Green Bay Packer fan. How much would I pay for a signed Dominic Chianese photo that says "sick fucking world"? Uh, $5. Yeah, get some rest, Guru. Have I heard of the David Chase new upcoming series based on MK Ultra? That got canceled. That got canceled, I think. I don't think they're doing it. I didn't say they were still here. I said it's in the Discord. Oh, you're a Vikings fan? I used to like the Vikings when they had Culpepper. Remember Dante Culpepper? You could still stream them and listen to them and watch them. It's just go on the Discord and you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah, Dante Culpepper to Randy Moss. I used to play Madden. I used to use the Vikings. I used to use the Falcons because you had Michael Vick with the 99 running speed. I used the Eagles when it had Donovan McNabb. Butchie drank a monster at 7 before the gym. Now I won't be able to sleep. Yeah, Michael Vick was a cheat code. But if I used to play my friends when they were the Falcons, I'd beat them. I'd use the Eagles. McNabb, plus he had better wide receivers. Good times. Madden 2003, 2004. Those were good times. I was unstoppable. I used to use the Cowboys here and there, but they sucked in the game. I used to lose with them a lot. Who was the quarterback? What was his name? That stupid. Shit. He was before Romo came. Who was that quarterback? I forget. He was supposed to be good too, and he wound up sucking. Somebody pull that up. Who was before Romo? I feel like it starts with a H. Your favorite moment, rare form, as a Viking fan, was the Minneapolis Miracle where we beat the Saints in the playoffs. Oh man, that game I remember like it was yesterday. Except I wanted the Saints to win. I felt so bad for Drew Brees because I was a Drew Brees fan. He busted his ass all year, Drew Brees, just to lose like that. That was sad. Oh yeah, the bounty gate, right? That's true. I guess that's what they get. What? Breeze, most accurate QB of all time? No way. No way. Most accurate? More accurate than Peyton Manning? Yeah, that was all the coach's fault. Drew Brees, the most accurate quarterback of all time? Yeah, Brady is the greatest of all time, 100%. He just knew how. He was a coach on the field. The problem with Peyton Manning was he didn't have good. He used to go against good defenses. He was in the era where it was still a little tough. I felt bad when he lost to Seattle when he was on the Broncos. Brady was the best football player. As far as he beat the game without having to do all that working out. He worked out mentally, and those whatever you call it, pliability, whatever, playa something. Well, yeah, when Manning got to the postseason, look at who he had to deal with. Peyton Manning never had a scandal either, really. Yeah, no one will ever get 7 rings. They used to say Patrick Mahomes was going to do it. Nope. Mahomes ain't coming close to 7 rings, I'll tell you that. Freak Show 7460. What's going on? 7-3 in Super Bowls will never be surpassed. Yeah, his 3 losses was to the NFC East. That's his kryptonite. Mahomes lost to 40-year-old Brady. Well, Brady was still in shape, and his mind knew how to win the game. He's been there so many times. His record in the playoffs, forget it. Forget about it. The Bucks defense played one of the best Super Bowls I've ever seen. Was that which Bucks? The one that Brady was on, or the '04 Bucks against the Raiders? Ice Cube. Bodie. Bodie was the best. The Bucks versus the Chiefs. Yeah, that defense was great. Super Saiyan, what's going on, brother? People just don't like when people win a lot. That's their problem. I like that, we'll never witness something like that again. He was like the Jordan of NFL. Yeah, Mahomes couldn't take the pressure. That's what happened. Brady was flawless against the Chiefs. If you're an Atlanta Falcon fan, you got to be ashamed that you lost that Super Bowl against Brady. Gronkowski was the best tight end. besides what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Who was the best tight end besides Gronk? What's his name? Damn it. No, there was somebody better than Gronk. What was his name? Angela Lee, what's going on? Who remembers, what was his name? Oh, man. Not Antonio Gates, because he wasn't the best. Who was the other guy? He might have played for the Falcons. Tony Gonzalez. There you go. Tony Gonzalez. Nah, Tony Gonzalez. I don't think Gronk was better than Gonzalez. But Gronk has the rings. But Gronk was just a cheat code, man. All right, if you want to say rings involved, it's Gronk. If you want to go by everything else, it's Tony Gonzalez. Because the main point's to get to the Super Bowl and win, and, Gonzalez didn't do that. No, Kelsey isn't top 8. Jason Witten was better than Kelsey. Who agrees with me? Jason Witten? I didn't watch enough Gronk. How many years was Gonzalez in the league? A lot. Kelsey is definitely top 8. Nah. Let's say for a second. You got Gronk, Gonzalez, 1, 2. You got Jason Witten, that's 3. You got Shannon Sharp. Don't forget about Sharp. You have we could go all the way back. If you want to go all the way back, he's not top 8. Yeah, Gronk was unstoppable. You could put 2 guys on Gronk, sometimes 3, and he'll get it. He was just too big. The Chargers tight end was Antonio Gates. Yeah, Antonio Gates was a monster. And he was old when he retired. What was he, 38, 39? Yeah, that's not old, but for a football player. Gates over Kelsey? I think so. I think so. Antonio Gates over Kelsey? Yeah, for sure. Kelsey got hyped because of his wife. A lot of these football players, they'll talk smack and then they lose. That's what happens. Once you start talking smack and you can't back it up. Yeah, his heart wasn't in the game anymore. He benefited from Mahomes and Andy Reid, Kelsey. Listen, we're not going to sit here and say Kelsey was garbage. But was he bet? He's not better than Jason Witten was. Randy Moss all day long, better than Terrell Owens, 100%. No question. There was one game Randy Moss had like 189 yards and 3 catches. I think it was against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Butchie says Jerry Rice is the best receiver to ever play the game. Moss is not. Better, you clowns. Well, you didn't have to say clowns, but Jerry Rice was a beast. You're right. Moss was big. Moss also lost the big game against the Giants. Yeah, you're right. Jerry Rice was better than Randy Moss. Randy Moss couldn't win the big game against the Giants, so Jerry Rice is the number one. Uh, yeah, the Thanksgiving game against the Cowboys, it was the Cowboys, but still, Randy Moss was a beast. Rice has best route runner and the best hands in NFL history. The best hands? Probably. I'm thinking about, I'm going through a whole bunch of wide receivers right now. You had also, give me a second here. I don't think it takes away from his success. Just because the quarterback was phenomenal doesn't mean it takes away from the wide receiver. It takes team. It's a team game. Yeah, Moss had Cunningham and Culpepper, but still, he still did mad good. Ooh, local nomad, Megatron or Julio Jones? Wow, Megatron was a beast, but so was Julio Jones. I'm going with Megatron. I'm going with Megatron. I'm going with Megatron. Definitely Megatron. Julio was quicker, but Megatron was just a beast. They played him though with that stupid rule. You knew he caught that ball and then he, whatever, it touches the ground. Come on, he had that. That was bullshit. Julio Jones beats both. Come on. Listen, certain states, less taxes you got to pay. So, I mean, that's why a lot of these guys, they don't play in like New York and stuff like that. Less money. You want to play for a team like, you know, let's see, less taxes. If we're talking current receivers right now, I don't know who's the best. I don't know who's the best if we're doing that. Uh, Marino, best arm ever. He was a TD and an, and an interception machine. So was Brett Favre. Brett Favre had an arm. He threw rockets. They used to say if you catching a ball from Brett Favre, it used to hurt. All right, you guys want to hear something? You guys are going to abuse me for this. Oh, DB, what's going on? You guys want to know who I think would have been the best quarterback or one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time was if they didn't get hurt and if they had a good O line? You guys are going to roast me for this one. I'm going to give you a hypothetical. You're going to roast me for this. Ready? If this certain quarterback I'm about to name had a good O line from the start, if they had a good O line from the start and, a little more help from the owner, they would have been the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. And his name was Tony Romo. Tony Romo. Tony Romo used to go 9-7 with no O line. Tony Romo. I knew you were going to laugh at me. Romo was amazing. He had the same kind of brain as Tom Brady. He didn't have no O line. Jerry Jones didn't give him what he wanted. And then when he did give him what he wanted, what did he do? He went 13-3. Right away. Right off the jump, he went 13-3 after his O line. The man played and scored touchdowns with punctured lung and broken ribs. That guy was a beast. He would have had a few rings at least if they gave him what he wanted from the start. Oh yeah, Romo's game against the Vikings in the playoff. Oh, Romo was good at running. He was good at passing. Yeah, he threw a lot of interceptions, but look, he didn't have an O line, and he was still going 8-8, 9-7. And then when he got it, he went 13-3, 12-4. Check the stats. Check the stats. Yes, there were. Devin's right. There were a whole bunch of guys that had more talent than Brady, and it is a team sport. But sometimes, the brain could beat. It's the football field. He looked at it as a chessboard. You only got, some quarterbacks. They're looking for. Oh, I want to throw deep to this guy. Let him get a touchdown. Brady's like, all right, let me get these 3 yards over here. Let me get the 4 yards over there. Pick them apart. Get the defense tired. You got 60 minutes a game. Every play, you're going to tire these guys out. You tire them out, tire them out. That's what Brady was awesome at, just picking you apart. Am I right or wrong? Oh, yeah, Romo had extremely good IQ, amazing pocket presence. It's just unfortunate he threw a lot of interceptions, but he didn't have an O line. Jets defense 07-10 was all world class. Yeah, they were. They were real good, but their defense, yeah. Um, the Steelers back then too, man. You had Big Ben. You had all those guys. You had Jerome Bettis back in the day. Bettis the bus. Oh yeah, Romo was extremely fun to watch. He was really entertaining. Devin says he cannot overlook the cheating. I'm not saying Tom isn't still the greatest, but the cheating hurts. No, he's got a point there, Rare. So, I mean, it's not going to hurt his legacy. But I don't consider the whole inflating the bald thing cheating. You know? I think it was like a slight edge thing. Now, was Tom Brady part of the whole scouting thing? No, he wasn't there staring at the defense, watching the games. That wasn't him doing it. That was Belichick. Hey, John Smith, what's going on, brother? And it's true. A lot of teams did used to cheat. That's what they all used to do. It just so happens. Honestly, I'm not sticking up for Brady. He's not my favorite. You know, to me, he was the best, but he wasn't my favorite by all means. But every team did do that. Almost every team did do that. They did scout and see what the defenses were doing at the practice games. It just so happens the Patriots got caught. Yeah, he went to a new team, won the Super Bowl first year. He did. I knew he was gonna too. All it took was a Davy Scatino stutter step, and it fell right into the chat room. The Bucks roster was too good too. Yeah, plus they were stacked. That's why he went there. He knew he was gonna win. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Local Nomad says Prime Vic, Cam Newton, 2015, or Texas A&M Johnny Manziel. Nobody's beaten Prime Vic. Nobody. Watson Brady was the new QP with the Belichick Pats. I don't know. I don't understand your question, Rare. Yeah, Belichick had one with the Giants, right? I didn't like Cam Newton. I think he was overrated, and he showed he didn't have no heart. He didn't have no heart at the end. He was too sporty. Cam was a big dude. He was a good runner. He wasn't a good guy in the pocket passing. He was too much of a show off. That's what happened. If he wasn't like that, I mean, he was a great entertainer, but he was too cocky and he got crushed. He got annihilated. The Brady Gronk setup was a scam. Well, with the Bucks. Oh yeah, he was a good athlete, Cam, but he got crushed. Yeah, Holmes did last year. This year. Who does this, Butchie? Which guy? Cam does that, Butchie? I'm trying to look. Oh, Cam, I don't. You know who's good? McAfee. Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee's funny. Yeah, you might be right, John. You might be right. I can't recall 100% how that went down, but I think you're right about that. Rare says, hate to say it, but there's certain folks out there who are mad Brady. Nah, I don't think it has anything to do with that. People just get sick and tired of their teams getting crushed by this guy. Skip Bayless to Stephen A. Smith. Here's my problem, right? With Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. You know, you got them analyzing sports and shit. They were never in the pros, all that. You could watch the game all you want. If you haven't played the game, I don't think you have the right to say anything. Like a boxer, you're judging a boxing match. If you haven't had a fight in your life, how can you judge the match of a boxing match if you never fought one day in your life? That's my problem with them too. No, Mahomes ain't close to Montana's level. No way. Rare form, there's no way in hell. A lot of them, nobody's on Montana's level. And he played in a harder era. People forget that part. Montana has, what does he have? Four? Yeah, Montana has four rings. Mahomes isn't a top five quarterback of all time. If you're talking about this year, we could talk about that. But if we're talking all time, Mahomes ain't even in the top 20. Look, this new NFL is soft. I'm talking about these guys that, they were actually allowed to get trucked by guys like Ray Lewis, guys like Lawrence Taylor used to annihilate these guys. Now you can't touch them. Of course, Mahomes is going to have a bunch of passing yards. You're not allowed to touch the guy. You touch his helmet, you get a penalty. I'm sorry, it's too soft for me now. I can't watch it anymore. I could talk about the old days. The steroid era and the football and MLB was something else, man. That was one of the funnest shit, man. I know, whatever, but like I was saying yesterday, baseball, Barry Bonds, all those guys. What was more fun than that shit? Yep. John Smith's right. It's a setup. The 1942 until 2015, the NFL League Office was classified as an organization which applies to business leagues and professional football leagues. How much helmet padding will they allow? Yeah, Mark McGuire too, man. Jose Canseco. Wow, local nomad with all these hard questions. James Harrison, Ray Lewis, or Brian Urlacher? Oh man, Harrison, Lewis, or Urlacher? Urlacher was a beast, but they all were beasts. But damn, man, I'm gonna go with Ray Lewis. Clowning, what's going on? Yeah, that's what I heard, John. You're right, Devin. It's easy to overlook other positions because the QB is the leader. Yeah, Harrison said on Colt McCoy. I remember that one. Also, no, Devin's not mad, Reform. But he's got a point. It's super easy to overlook other positions because the QB is the leader and touches the ball every play. But it's nearly impossible to list them evenly unless they play the same position. It's true. Thanks a lot, Clown, and that means a lot to me, brother. What do we got to do for a video soon? That's the other question. Yeah, you can't say Brady's better than Ray Lewis. You can't. That's two different positions. Yeah, Mike Singleton. Oh, who is that other hard hitter on? Give me a second to think here. He was on. I think he was on the. Was he on the Steelers? You had Troy Polamalu. You remember Troy Polamalu? Polamalu was great. Oh yeah, you had Brian Cushion, Mean Joe Green. Yeah, Troy was a beast, man. And then they had that other guy in the Steelers. Who else was on the Steelers too? I'm going back a little bit. He was a beast. I wish I could pull it up. Yeah, Troy was stand up. Big Ben was good. Big Ben reminded me of what's that quarterback's name? Yeah, NFL. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I don't like them right now. I stopped liking them in 2017. I stopped liking them. I love Tony Romo, yes. Yeah, Nico. Nico's on my ass today, boy. America's most hated team, the Cowboys. The Jets, let's see what they do coming up. I'm not going to lie. I do want to see the Jets do good. It's just they never do. Oh, yeah. John, Roger Staubach was good. Yeah, but he's not the one I was thinking of that reminded me of Big Ben. Big Ben was kind of like an Eli Manning type guy, except bigger. I'm not watching basketball. Let's see. No, it wasn't Roman Gabriel. Local nomad. How about the commentators? Joe Buck, Jim Nance, or Al Michaels? I'm gonna say not Joe Buck. Joe Buck. There'll be some great, you know, play going on, and he's just like it's a snooze fest with him. I would say Al Michaels, maybe. G Unit of Diplomats era. I'm going Diplomat. Yeah, I can't watch basketball anymore. I'm sorry. Devin, you're talking about when he threw the last one when he threw the pass to Santonio Holmes when they won the Super Bowl? Yeah. Eli Manning had his moments. He beat Brady in two Super Bowls. That was a tough defense they had, man. They held the best team in the league, um, arguably one of the best teams of all time. To what? What did they have? 13 points or 10 points? One of them. How about the time? Wait, who was the one? Oh, the funniest shit was when the idiot, what was it? Terrell Owens, when he ran to the star and then he got trucked. That was funny when he scored on them and then he got trucked when he ran to the star. Get your popcorn ready, Terrell Owens. That was funny. College basketball is, yeah, I would rather watch that than the NBA. It's more action. Mahomes to Kelsey is the best QB to tight end duo in history. Nah, you're tripping. You're tripping on that. Not even close. Sorry. It's not even close, Nico. I think you want to troll tonight. Yeah, John Smith. It kind of was like a similar thing to the Gronk thing with Brady. Now, I don't want to open any wounds here, but what do you think would have happened if the Patriots would have had Gronk and Aaron Hernandez? If Aaron Hernandez didn't go to the can, you think they would have won more Super Bowls? The 2008 Pittsburgh Steelers, the big reasons why they have the player safety initiative. In today's NFL, if you came across the middle of the field, you might get your career cut. Uh, it wasn't Devin, you're right, but it wasn't just them, it was the Bengals too. All right, we are not doing all this. We're not doing that. We're just talking about um, that, race and all that has nothing to do with how good you are in a sport. So we're going by numbers right now and what they did on the field. We're not going by anything else. We can't do that. So what do you think about what I said with yeah, numbers Brady, of course. Joe Montana was better. That's true. John, once you put the uniform on, you're all that uniform. That's all that matters. Is 7-3 better than 4-0? Yes. It's hard to get to the Super Bowl. Brady got there 10 times. What do you want from the guy? Am I a hockey fan? No, but I would watch a Ranger game. If you want to go to one, I'll go to a Ranger game. DB, don't listen to them, DB. Everyone's entitled to whatever you know, we could ignore whatever. Devin's my man, rap for him. Hockey may be the best sport to watch live. Yes. You got hockey first, and then you got, I mean, it depends what you like, I would say hockey would be first, football second. But you got to wait for each play. Andrew Luck or Robert Thomas the third. Andrew Luck could have been good, but I mean, he was good. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened, why he just couldn't get, as far as he couldn't beat the Texans. I remember. What was it, like 38-38, and then it was overtime? And then it ended up being like 41-38 or something like that, final. That, that was the last Andrew Luck. You guys, I tell you, I'm not running a school here, kids. You see what I got to deal with, John? Mahomes is better than Andrew Luck, of course. Uh, Clownin saw Kraken's game against the Ducks in the Seattle Stadium a few months back. It's been a while since I've seen a game live. Yeah, I haven't been. Last one I was a kid. Mahomes way better than Luck. I mean, Luck, he could have been good, but unfortunately, his mental. I think it had a lot to do with his mental and the coaching. Luck was smart. Yeah. That's the problem. His O line, Luck's O line is garbage. You see what happens when you have no O line? Listen, if I was one of these guys scouting, or if I was an owner of a team, the first thing I'm doing is making sure I have an O line and a good defense. The rest of them, I don't care. Yeah, you throw in a quarterback that's, you could teach him a little bit, have the O line protect him. The O line's one of the most important positions, and they don't even get stats. Aaron Rodgers was definitely better than Mahomes. During when in Aaron Rodgers' prime, he was better than Mahomes. Yes. Would I rather own the Cowboys or the Giants? Of course, the Cowboys. Look how rich Jerry Jones is. Rodgers, he would have had more than one ring if he had a good coaching staff and he wasn't so problematic. What happened to what vid, Nico? Aaron Rodgers, he was good, and yeah, in the beginning of his career, he was superb. Uh, I hated him because he always beat the Cowboys, man. I hated him for that. But as far as talent, I can't hate that he was a good player. Mark Sanchez all line with Rex Ryan. I didn't really like Mark Sanchez, to be honest with you. I didn't think he was that good. Rodgers would be the GOAT if he had Brady's leadership. No, it wasn't all Brady, the leadership. When the Patriots first won the Super Bowl, I don't think it was because of it wasn't fully Brady. Number one, the refs helped with that bullshit call. They made up the call there. There was the rule no one ever heard of. The forward pass bullshit. Devin says Sanchez is basically the reason the Jets never won with Rex Ryan. Defense was amazing. Run game good enough. Just gave up 24 points to Pittsburgh in the first half. Of course. I didn't like Sanchez. Rodgers better than Brady? Nah, sorry. His arm, maybe, yeah. His arm was better. He had a better arm. He had one of the best arms in the league, if not the best arm. I don't know about that clowning. I didn't see nothing about that. Watch the lost game locker room videos of the Bucks winning the Super Bowl. Literally every play is worshiping Brady for his leadership. Of course they're gonna do that. They won the Super Bowl. I think he would have still had his 7 rings or whatever. Yeah, clowning, you might be on some weird algorithm. I didn't hear nothing about that. Yeah, you could have all the talent in the world and you can't win a game. What do you guys rank Russell Wilson? Well, you think Russell Wilson was a good quarterback? Yeah, Devin. The problem with Aaron Rodgers was he was very problematic to deal with. Yeah, physically, Rodgers was more talented. Physically, we know that. Russ was a flash in the pan. Russ was decent for sure, but not really that great in hindsight. I mean, yeah, he did have the Legion of Boom. He threw that stupid interception that cost him the game. They would have won that game. That's the thing. Some of the Patriots' wins was the other team screwing up so bad that Brady would probably have 4 rings if it wasn't for all those screw ups that the other teams did. But that's football, you can't take it back. He won, he won. It's not his fault. Yeah, Pete Carroll was, I don't know what he was thinking. That was one of the worst calls I've ever seen. You have Marshawn Lynch at the 1 yard line. I don't know. I guess he didn't want Marshawn to score because he was gonna. That'll always bother me. That play. That's one of the plays that'll always bother me. Was why aren't you running the ball on the 1 yard line with Marshawn Lynch, the best running back in the league? What's wrong with you? Yeah, he ran 5 yards to the first, and you're gonna run the ball. You're gonna pass the ball. That was stupid. McNabb 5 turnovers, only lose by 3 points. I mean, McNabb was problematic too, from what I heard. Him and Terrell Owens didn't get along. Yeah, they didn't want Lynch as the hero. The point shaving was in full effect, that's for sure, John. Uh, the 28-3 comeback versus the Falcons was the thing that put Brady over the top. Yeah, Brady did phenomenal with the comeback. You had the Julian Edelman catch, all that, but that was more the Falcons losing than the Patriots winning. Let's be honest. You could watch that game right now on YouTube and just you'll see like the disgusting. They didn't run the ball at all. If they would have ran the ball in the second half like 8 times, they would have won the game. You had one of the best wide receivers in the league at the time for the Falcons. What was his name? The big dude. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan just he sucked. You can blame ATL and still give Brady credit. That's exactly what I did. I'm definitely blaming the Falcons, and I'm giving Brady his credit. No, was it Jones? No, who was the other guy? There was another guy. What was his name? It wasn't Julio. It was the big dude, tall, the dreads. I forgot his name. The number one play that still pisses me off to this day is the Des Bryant catch versus Green Bay. He caught the ball. He took 3 steps. He went to reach. He had full possession the whole time. And it was just bullshit. Yes, that's Seattle when they threw the ball. The miracle pass bobbled like 6 times. I remember that. Falcons could have literally just needed the ball the rest of the game and win instead of shit in the bed. That's why they had to do is run the ball like 5, 6 times. That's why they do so many AI replays now to kill the cheating refs. The game today, man, I can't watch it no more. No, Arthur Blank, no. Falcons really should have fought hard, but I bet if Brady was the QB of the Falcons, he would have opted out of that garbage. I don't know, man. That I don't know. Matty Ice was good. It wasn't his fault. It was the It was the coaches. It's like NASCAR with 2 coffee breaks in the race. Today's sports are turning into cream puffs. Even this Formula One, man, I can't watch that either. I was watching it a little bit, but I feel like Formula One too. It's just, I have a feeling it's rigged, and you know they make Lando Norris win all the time and shit. He's the new face, and why do you say that, Butchie? Because my voice is changing up right now. It's getting late. Oh, because Tony. Uh, why? I sound like something. I'm just tired. No, I'm just mad tired. It's almost, midnight. I was up all day, all morning, running around. It's humid out. Yeah, nah. I had a sandwich, and I had 2 sandwiches actually. I had an Italian sandwich, and then I had a crispy chicken sandwich. It was a busy day. Tomorrow's going to be busy too. April Fools. Sirius sends me down here for the gabagool. Have I seen the YouTube Shorts deli guy? Is it the guy that's in the deli and he does those jokes and shit with people? If that's what it is, yeah. King Doopy scraping the onions off Tony's Bialy. There's thousands of them. I wonder what's going to happen when I put out a new video, because I destroyed my algorithm. I deleted 109 million views, and I deleted, like 26, 27 million watch time hours. So my whole audience is going to be different. I'm sure you guys are going to still show up because you guys got the notifications and shit. But it's going to send me a new audience. I'm not going to have the same audience I had. Loyal soldiers will be here, Skip. That's what I appreciate, brother. King, because I wanted to keep my channel. I actually have two channels. Tony Soprano's account. Uh, the one with 11,000, that's monetized, but that one I put shit out there a long time ago, and that's, well, there's some of those that are on the podcast, but the ones that are older than the podcast were shitty videos that I have to redo, and I'll put them on this channel. But I can make a third channel, a rogue channel. That's what I'll call it, like a rogue channel. And then, but I don't know. I like what we have going on. Rare Form knows, Butchie knows, Devin, John knows. We got a good thing going where I don't have any copyright bullshit. I don't like that kind of talk. When you go into the Discord, there's something that says the rules. You go, you click the read the rules real quick, and you'll be fine. Wow, Devin, they do that? I haven't seen the UFC fights in a while, but they play ads during the corner time. These guys, they want to be buried in their ads. Oh, they stopped doing it, Devin? Yeah, when the people complain, man, like they should start complaining about these gas prices and stuff. People listen. Tom brings the cleaver hat to hash cover up that dome. Oh, I got what you mean. That's funny. Because I knew he gave Beansy the cleaver hat, but not the DVD. Almost 8 a gallon in California. Oh my goodness. They'll pay it. They'll pay it. They'll buy that $10 Starbucks coffee over there. Forget about it. The shopping cart. Do I think Chrissy flipped because of the cleaver hat? Because he was, you know, they want to eat the avocado toast and stuff like that. And the butter, the ghee butter. Oh yeah, Tiger Woods had that flip. Oh, okay, I get what you're trying to say. He flipped because the car flipped because he flipped. Maybe he would have flipped. Yeah, at the end, he had reasons to flip. It was over at the end. He was done. Yeah, Tiger Woods flipped. I think he got charged too, right? DUI. Was flipping on Tony even a bad thing? If you're a soldier, you don't flip on a fellow soldier. It's undignified. Once you know the rules and what you're getting into, and then you flip, then you shouldn't have been there in the first place, and you got everything that's coming to you. As horrible he was, if they knew that, they shouldn't have stuck it out with him. Chrissy had 2 seasons to stick it out with him, right? Because once when you're an associate, you don't have to stay with that family. You know, you could ask to get transferred out of there and shit like that. So that was on him. Nah, as great as Michael Imperioli was and how funny Chrissy's character was, Chrissy was wrong. He broke one of the golden rules. You can't break the rules. Centuries of tradition got us to this. It's crazy. Who did Tony call when he wrongfully killed a made man and Ralph? Hi, Jack. Bye, Jack. Yeah, he called Chrissy to clean it up. I'll stick around for like 8 more minutes, guys. That Christopher Moltisanti's a loose fucking cannon. Yeah, Junior knew the whole time. Those Moltisantis. Olivia was definitely a menace. She saved Chrissy's life, though, in the beginning. What was wrong with Dickie Moltisanti? Nothing. He just made a joke to Junior. And one thing with Junior is you can't make jokes about him. So he got Dickie whacked. He got the guy Donnie whacked for making jokes about Tony with Livia. He was trying to kill Tony over the sushi joke. So yeah, you can't joke with Junior. He wasn't that type of guy. Yep. He said next he'll be making jokes about me. And DB's right. Junior is he was the smartest until he got the dementia stuff. He had the right advice with Gigi. He said, he's like a gibbeline trying to butt in. That, Ralphie, should have been the captain. Tony made a mistake there. He should have gave Ralphie the job. I think he didn't give Ralphie the job because of the whole Jackie Jr. thing. Tony got in his feelings too much. He made a bad decision. Yeah, DB. Guys today, they want to be buried in their jogging outfits. Then Mikey gets smoked in his jogging outfit. Ralphie was unstable as hell, yeah. After Ralphie got punched out at the Bang, it was finished. No. After Tony. Well, Ralphie got sick of him. That's what happened. Tony knew he messed up, but then the whole pie on my situation, and then Tony didn't forget about Tracy. The horse just threw it over the top. It was Tracy and then the horse. Yeah, you guys are right. No, it wasn't the constant jokes and stuff. It was the whole Tracy thing, and then Pile My set him over the edge. Let's see if I could pull off a video tomorrow. I want to check out my algorithm, see how bad it is. Hopefully it's not. Are all using the Discord? I'm going to head off in like 2 minutes, seeing who's in there, who's not. If you want to join it. All the comps are still in there, plus some that weren't on here. They're on there. Everything is on there now. Take care. Tony Soprano's account. King Dupe, you in there? The link's in the comments. Chess posted it. Devin, yeah, he had a right to keep that painting. 30 to 45 G's at a minimum. All right, John Smith. Thanks, brother. We'll talk more in a little bit. If we don't, have a great Easter, brother. Yeah, whoever's not in there, if you want to join, the link's there. We'll talk more. I'll talk in there for like an hour. I'll be in there, and then I gotta go to bed. All right, everybody. Any more questions before I get out of here? Any quick questions? Make it snappy. All right, fellas. I'll see you in that. Peace out.